following military installations are no longer functional. Barstow, Fort Drum, Fort Mason, McClellan, Nellis, Norfolk, New London, and Wright-Patterson. These bases are destroyed, with predicted casualties of 90 to 100%.
There are easier ways to give up smoking, I'm told. I came here to ask for your help. We have several situations that require a senior agent, but with De Silva already in the field and me tied to a desk and Nils... Well, you're the only one I can trust with this. Just go to Ops and access the map.
Do I have a choice?
Not really.
Glad to help out.
Faulke says our own technology won't cut it. That we have to...
The report from Georgia was pretty grim. At least you were able to bring back a few survivors.
Where'd that thing in the hangar come from? Is it one of ours?
It's bad out there. We rescued who we could, but it was too late for most of them.
You mean those sleepwalkers? The labs don't have a clue about how that started, or how to fix them.
At least with outsiders, you can shoot them or go down fighting. What are we supposed to do against this sickness?
Might not be anything we can do. At least not until the doctors make sense of it.
How can you be so calm when there's nothing you can do?
There's plenty to keep me busy. I'm after a high-profile target of my own.
Any intel on the outsider commander? Somebody's got to be leading this invasion, right?
You mean Axis? Yes and no. But let's just keep that between you and me. It's... complicated.
Well, that's cryptic.
Anyone could be listening in. And I've been tracking this case for too long to risk losing it now.
Is Faulke getting too paranoid?
Well now, that depends.
Depends on what?
Whether or not Faulke's listening right now.
We've already had one infiltrator. Think we've got more?
Heinrich says they're working on a test, but we've already got the monster that tried to blow us up. I say we just pry the information out of his head.
That might be why you're not allowed to interrogate him.
You didn't know his victims like we did. Knowing he was walking around the base, watching us for who knows how long, you'd want him dead too.
I'm going to get some answers.
Good luck.
Agent Carter, report to the engineering wing. William Carter to the engineering wing.
Looks like you've had a rough time out there, Carter. Anything I can do to help?
Tell me you got some answers, Crud.
I've got a lot of questions, a few theories, but no answers, Carter.
Anything might help. Why do you think they're attacking?
We're hoping the captive infiltrator can shed some more light on that. But right now, we know 2 key points. They were studying us before they attacked, so they knew they wanted something specific from us. Food, fuel, slaves, something.
And the other point?
They're building structures here, so it doesn't look like they'll be leaving once they get whatever it is they want.
And what if what they want is the whole planet?
Then at least we know they won't destroy the Earth if we fail, right?
Figured out anything about what the outsiders are planning?
This is no interplanetary raid by Vikings from Mars. They're building permanent structures. Whatever their reason for attacking, they intend to stay.
They're doing that with those seeds of theirs?
Right you are. And those things can grow too. We've got reports of towers 10, 20 stories high.
And the bigger they are, the harder they fall.
Sure, but only if we can find a way to knock them down.
What do we know about the sleepwalkers?
According to the doctors, they're in some sort of coma. Except they're walking around. And they've got no idea about the stuff around their eyes.
How's our infiltrator doing?
He was screaming bloody murder at first, but then the doctors took something out of his head. Now he's calm as a pussycat.
I thought they only did that in asylums.
No, they removed some sort of device that was controlling him. Or maybe not controlling him, but sort of like a listening device.
If you get any insights, let us know.
Will do, Carter.
I'm sure Faulke has the lab coats for him to send or something, you know?
Damage is said to be near total. Updates
Carter,
will follow when we
join
receive
me.
confirmation. End report.
I don't like it when my agents go off the rails, Carter. Never ignore my orders again. You're lucky things turned out as well as they did with Dr. Weir's rescue. I'll overlook it this time. I understand the situation is getting to you.
Weaver tell you that? Or you just figured it out on your own?
I need to know I can trust you, Carter. I took a big risk including you in this operation, and I'm about to take another.
In case you forgot, I was the one who caught the infiltrator.
I'm well aware, and you're going to help us interrogate the captive. But we absolutely cannot afford another breach, especially not now. We can't afford to let any of our information become public.
I've been wanting to have a talk with that infiltrator.
There's a lot we can learn from him, but right now, there's one piece of info that could help us end the war.
What's that?
Where to strike.
Impressive. But can it win the war?
It can give us a fighting chance.
What do we know about the infiltrator?
We've been running a barrage of tests on him. Preliminary interrogation, medical checks. The boys in the lab even took a look at the devices implanted in him.
Find anything useful?
We don't even know his name, or if his kind even have names. But we have reason to believe he'll be more responsive now.
What happened? Lock him in solitary for a couple weeks?
You might be closer than you think. In a recent examination, our surgeons removed this from his head. We think it's some kind of communication device.
He was bugged?
We're not sure. Weir thinks it was his connection to Mosaic.
That's their communication network.
According to Dr. Weir, yes. Whatever it is, ever since we removed this thing, the infiltrator's been less aggressive, more morose.
Interesting. How do we know we can take them out in one strike?
Weir's been studying their transmissions, and he believes they're coming from a single source.
That's this Mosaic thing they talk about?
Yes. The doctor says his measurements prove that it's some sort of central command, possibly even a single being. And if our tests are correct, it is indeed more than just some sort of radio network.
How so?
After studying the infiltrator's implants and physiology, we believe it connects directly to the minds of the outsiders.
So if we take out Mosaic's core, we shut down every outsider on this planet.
That's the idea. But we need to know more.
That's an impressive flying saucer you've built.
Actually, the Air Force was already toying with a prototype like this. Our German associate just made a few modifications, including everything we could steal from the outsiders.
How does it handle?
When it's finished, it'll be faster and more maneuverable than anything in the skies.
Can it get through those Venn gates of theirs?
That's what we need you to find out.
I'll see what I can get out of the infiltrator.
Good. We've got him in a containment center in the lab, built especially for him.
Got his own luxury suite, huh? That ought to soften him up.
Don't count on it.
How gentle do I need to be?
Just be careful. He's the only captive we have.
So, it can move in any direction? Like a helicopter?
Yes, if a helicopter was twice as durable.
Shut it down! Shut it down before it blows! No, wait! We need to test the thresholds!
Yes, we really should see when it explodes.
Are you two crazy? Shut it down! Did you see that lift? Wunderbar! Never before have I seen its equal. Sure, if you don't mind your crew splattered all over the walls. Of course. But that is why we do this radio-controlled test beforehand, yeah? There's no way you're getting me in one of those flying saucers until you work out the eject system. Nonsense. If we are careful and precise in our work, we will have no need of ejection systems. We might not need one. But I'm the one who's going to be piloting that thing. I still don't understand why you don't want us to design weaponry for this new craft.
Yes, we have a very promising prototype.
No! 9.
sort of aliens built this thing? No aliens.
No, I'm serious. They got him here, locked up for interrogation.
Here you're gonna have a word with you-know-who. Give him a shiner for me, will ya?
Calm yourself, Doctor. Irrationality will not help us identify enemy infiltrators.
Calm while you perform tests on men, like livestock.
These tests serve to protect them, and after all, they are all volunteers.
Maybe, but we're still not certain of what side effects.
Ah, William, welcome to our newly refitted laboratory. I'm certain that Dr. Veer would love to give you a tour of the facilities. Yeah, Herr Doctor?
Yes, of course. I'll just leave Heinrich to his tests. Down here is what we call the workshop. It's where we test the new equipment and applications. It's all quite experimental, so don't use anything here until it's been cleared for the field.
Lawrence, have you seen these latest findings? Just a moment, Alan. I'm finishing a minor change to your calculations. Oh, to hell with... Bloody hell. That's brilliant. Oh, I don't know about all that. It's just a minor change. You would have done it yourself. In time.
Maybe, but you're the one who did it today. If I'm not careful, you'll be replacing me as head of this project.
And take away your prized work? Anyway, what was it you wanted to show me? What? Oh, it's these new transmissions that we've been receiving. Dr. Rossi believes they may be extraterrestrial in origin. Take a look. Extraterrestrial transmissions? You don't say. Think of it. Intelligent life on other worlds. A culture more advanced than ours, reaching across the void to welcome us to the Brotherhood of the Stars. Alan, you're making some rather dangerous assumptions. Oh, I know it could be nothing. Some Soviet trick, perhaps. But think, Lawrence. If it really is from another planet, why, someday our Vengate project could bridge our worlds. Yes, I suppose that could be possible. Why, this could be the start of a new chapter in human history. Yes, I'm afraid so.
Here we go. As you see, we have the automated turret deployed, but it cannot draw a line of sight on any targets. You can lift a target out from behind its cover to get a clear shot. But if you face many targets, it might be a better option to lift your turret instead. Go ahead and try. The engineers are especially proud of the gyroscopic stabilization that makes that possible. It'd be a shame not to put it to use in the field.
Is that all?
The boys in the lab just wanted to make sure you knew all your options in the field. Never know when it'll come in handy. As you may have guessed from the glow, this is where we store element 115, or Elerium. Understanding it is vital to our ability to adapt and adopt outsider technology. So far, our results have been mixed, at best. But I'm sure you didn't come here just for a guided tour. I'll leave you to your duties, William. Agent Carter, I fear I haven't properly expressed my gratitude for the rescue you provided me.
Just happy to have a man like you on board. We need all the help we can get.
Appreciate it, Carter. I hope I live up to your expectations.
In fact, you can start now. I have a few questions about what went on back at Rosemont.
I'll do my best, though I have to admit I'm not sure I understand it all either. Not something I'm typically eager to admit, by the way. Where shall we start?
Did you know that your assistant was one of them?
Yes, well, believe it or not, I'm as shocked as you. More so, I dare say. He was so dedicated, so curious. But that's no excuse. I mean, how could I have been such a fool?
You're lying. I'm supposed to believe you worked side by side with an enemy operative and never had any idea. And they call you a genius.
Believe what you will, Agent, I was fooled, and by someone I came to care quite deeply about. I don't expect you to fathom the intricacies of human emotion, but I don't care for your insinuations. I am as much a patriot as any enlisted man.
They didn't hire me for my sensitivity, Doc. Sorry if my heart doesn't go out for a traitorous alien.
The question is, traitorous to whom? He provided us with invaluable information.
Your assistant mentioned something called Mosaic. Said you were the key to it. Seemed to have something to do with the measurements you were taking. Any idea what he meant by that?
I don't know much about it at all, other than it controls the Venn gates connecting our worlds, and it also seems to exact some degree of influence over the denizens of that world. As to why Lawrence regarded me as the key to it remains a mystery.
But what is it? Is it a thing? Or a person? What is it?
I wish I knew, Agent. It could be any number of things. A natural force, a psychological disorder. One thing is certain, however. It does seem to be accessible via physical technology.
The people we saw back there. The stuck ones. The ones who can't stop doing the same thing over and over. What's the skinny on them? Are they us? Or are they them?
To be honest, I haven't the foggiest. I can say it was horrifying to witness. My students, one by one, falling victim to the condition.
How does it operate? Why does it only take some people?
A mystery as yet, but one I aim to get to the bottom of. I did notice trends. More students than professors, more whites than blacks. Nothing I can yet identify as the source.
Before I go, tell me, why are you so valuable? Faulke seems to think we can't win this thing without you.
I suppose he regards the work I've been doing with ARPA as essential. I've been tracking audio signals gathered via telemetry. I shopped my findings around the scientific community for months.
Anything concrete?
Only subtle results, but Myron, Director Faulke, recognized their import. I thought it was merely a curious anomaly, but he felt it was a warning. Guess now we know who was right.
The infiltrator's right inside, Agent Carter. If you need anything, just ask.
I see you gave up on the disguise. Done playing dress-up?
This one can no longer hide. Those systems were corrupted by your scientists.
Yeah. Gloat all you want about your superior technology while we've got you tied to a chair with a rope.
You want revenge for your fellow warrior. Go ahead and take it. Nothing you do will stop the Zujari.
We're gonna pay a visit to your home, and you're gonna help us get there.
A counter-invasion? Ha! The more you resist Mosaic, the more you will bring death to your world. You think you have seen our strength? This is just an expeditionary force preparing the way for our armies. We will destroy you.
We'll see about that.
It's simple. You will join our empire or you will die. For us, there are no other choices.
Our whitecoats say there's been a change in your attitude ever since they yanked this device out of your head. I want to know what the hell it is.
It is many things. A shield, a beacon, our focus. It is Mosaic. Without it, we are... I am alone, unsure, impure of thought.
What exactly is Mosaic?
You would think of it as a broadcast, a network. Each of us are connected to it. It unites us.
It's how you receive your orders.
Our orders. Our faith. Mosaic delivers truth. Or perhaps what Origin decides is the truth.
Why don't you just do yourself a favor? Just talk straight to me, and tell me about this Origin. Maybe we can help you.
You are more civilized than would be expected for such divided creatures. It is not a weakness. Nothing is as I thought. Nothing is as Origin told us.
Listen, I'm fighting for the survival of my entire race here. Give me something to work with. or you'll find out what I'm willing to do for my world.
You have already seen what we are willing to do for our own dying world. What Origin has forced us to do for our world. Forced me to do to other worlds.
You don't have to let Origin control you. Tell us how to stop him and you can be free. We can destroy Mosaic. You can all be free.
Yes, but Mosaic cannot be destroyed. Mosaic is not a single place, not a solid thing. And soon it will consume your people as it has so many. As it did mine.
You're wrong. We've traced Mosaic's transmissions to a single location. If we can get there, your people can be free.
A myth spread by the few who are deaf to Mosaic. I used to think they were mad, but perhaps...
Here's proof. A source for Mosaic's transmissions. If we get there, we can put an end to it.
But without Mosaic, without Origin's guidance, my people... We will never find a new world.
Your people could come here without conquest. Wouldn't be the first time immigrants came to our shores. We'll help you fight for your freedom. And in return, you can live in the land of the free.
William Carter. My thoughts are my own for the first time in my life. If there is a chance that others can know this freedom, I will tell you what you want to know. To survive the crossing, you will need an instrument that can recalibrate quantum structures. Such a device can be acquired from one of our ships, which you can find only at one of our docking stations near a Ven gate.
Thank you. Once we've stopped Origin, your people will thank you too.
Nice work in there, Carter. I bet the director wanted to tell you that himself.
Was he watching?
You even have to ask that question? He's waiting for you in Ops.
I don't know what you said to him, but that alien thing's been making nice since your little visit. You must have scared the bejesus out of him.
They say these people's eyes are black. What was that? Are we under attack?
Relax. Still working out some power issues.
Carter, good work in there. I'm honestly surprised you kept your cool.
That wasn't my first interrogation.
It shows. Having a defector on our side could make a big difference.
And who knows? Someday, they might be great allies.
Let's just focus on making it through this war. Now, I've been discussing the information you extracted with Dr. Weir.
Any clue where we can find one of those interdimensional things?
The doctor calls it a phase plotter. And we know there's an outsider docking tower near a town called Vida Buena in New Mexico. De Silva's team reported it when they were investigating sleepwalkers in the area.
Sounds like I should talk to De Silva.
That could be difficult. De Silva's team attempted to infiltrate the structure. The last report from them was 2 days ago.
What the hell, Faulke? De Silva goes missing and you're just telling me now?
Calm down, Carter. We have reason to believe that he's still alive, but he's deep in enemy territory and unable to broadcast. Link up with him and his team. Then you will all escort Dr. Weir through the command tower and secure the phase plotter.
Why are we putting the doctor back in danger?
Weir is the only one who understands how the enemy gates work. He's the only one with any insight into how their systems might operate.
And no time to train a field specialist, right?
Precisely. Keep Dr. Weir safe. He's far too valuable to lose.
What was De Silva doing up there anyway?
He was assigned to gather intel on the Outsiders' gates for Dr. Weir's benefit.
And now we're going there to get one of these gadgets. What aren't you telling me about this place?
Vida Buena is an Outsider transport hub. Ships coming and going from one of those gates, 24 hours a day.
So the best chance we have of getting a phase plotter
is a place swarming with enemies. Yes.
You think we can trust the outsider?
He seemed pretty shaken up. If we learned anything from your encounter with this Lawrence, it's that the real problem is their mosaic.
You think they'll all just switch off when we take out Mosaic?
I wouldn't bet on it. But as it seems to be their communications network, destroying it would give us a serious edge.
Can't ask for much more than that. All right, that's all I need.
I'll have Senior Ops inform Dr. Weir that you're ready to go. Carter.
Yes, sir?
Good luck out there.
Yes, sir.
Is it true? They sent Carter to talk to the spy?
You can't attend every threat yourself, but in some cases, you can dispatch agents to assist. On these dispatch missions, they will earn valuable experience and may find new equipment or even other experienced agents. However, they won't be available in the field while dispatched, so select your squads wisely.
What are the chances Carter left him alive?
Boys in the barracks? Heard a 3-to-1 against.